Welcome, all you geek aficionado. Well, that's the way we're going to start again.
What did I tell you?
Yes. Man, okay.
Welcome all the
all you
Geek Enthusiasts
and Nerd Aficionados. This is Malice Corp with All Things Nerd Podcast. I don't even know. We're season 3. I think, episode 26? I didn't look at that part.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, we're in the 20s still. What can I say? We're going. I'm your host tonight, Masonic Vader. So as you can already tell, the quality has dropped down significantly since Mess is off tonight.
And that's just the visuals.
Yeah, yeah. And this is just a start, guys. This is gonna be an hour long of fun and excitement. Let me tell you. Tonight, joining me on cast, we have IC Zorro.
What's going on? I'm currently in the middle of binging through Stranger Things, so if we could keep this moving, that'd be great. I need to get back to the mission.
Okay, well, we'll get through this. We'll plow through this so we get back to because I'm like episode 4, I think, on there. So, also joining us, we got the Raider. What's up, Raider? How you doing, buddy?
How's it going? Yeah, and I know that you weren't on when we were talking about this, but I won't be able to get my binge on of Stranger Things until Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that's so depressing, sir. You've got to wait that many days. By then, we're already going to be knowing what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be finished by Friday.
Cool. And joining us on the auditory side of it right now, as we're working on the visual aspect of it, which sucks because she's probably the only good visual we have, is Super. Super, how you doing?
I was doing okay. Now I'm a little annoyed, but otherwise fine.
Yes, you hear her in the background like she's typing. She's doing code. Right now, she's downloading all of our secrets. So at the end of this cast, we're going to see a lot of cool stuff.
It's enhance.
Enhance.
Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be a great show, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. The best part about our shows is the live chat that's going on with the chat room. So you should definitely come by at live Twitch right now, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're listening to this on YouTube or whatnot. So
yeah, there's a handful of characters that join us every week, and we like to interact with you guys. So jump in.
Absolutely. We're like the B squad today, apparently. So that's we're usually better, but we're off. This has been an off start to this show. So, but we're gonna get things moving. Lots of good geek stuff going on. Of course, the way we always start off our cast, we always want to find out what we're getting our geek on.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I see. What you been geeking out on this week?
So I've been binging my way through Gotham now that it's finally ended. I'm almost all the way to the end of season 4. And Marina Baccarin is killing it in season 4. But then I decided, no, I need to watch Stranger Things today. So I'm putting the Gotham on hold, and I'm like 5 episodes through Stranger Things. It's awesome. So far, without spoiling anything, so far 5 out of 8 episodes in, it is still just as good as I wanted it to be.
Stranger Things takes precedence over everything.
Texas Tech football?
That's different. That's sports for me. I mean, but as far as shows,
Raider, what you been up to this week?
I was able to watch 1 episode of Black Mirror. I'm a big Black Mirror fan. Just haven't gotten around to getting all those episodes watched, which won't take me that long. I think there's only 3 more to watch. I think it was only 4 episodes they put out. I think there's only 3
the latest Black Mirror. Yeah, there's only 3. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only 3, so I only have 2 more to watch. And then I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay. How is that game? Because I've heard a lot of positive and negatives.
I love the game.
Yeah,
I really do. I mean, I don't know what the negatives people have said because I try not to read reviews until I actually finish a game.
Yeah.
Just so I can formulate my own opinion. But I really enjoy it. I think the graphics are amazing. I like that. I mean, they have a train robbery mission, and I'm assuming there's going to be more of those too, which is pretty awesome. So it's just being in the Wild West and going in guns a-blazing. I love it.
Nice.
It's a prequel, right?
What, Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah.
No, I think it's based in 1898, so I think that's after the first one.
I thought the main character died at the end of the first one. Maybe I was wrong.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of the years.
All right, hold on a sec. Hold that thought. Super. What have you been geeking out on this week?
Second season of Big Little Lies.
How is it? I've heard really good things.
Overall, not too bad. It's a little bit more interesting than the first season. It picks off almost immediately, maybe 4 months after the person from season 1 has been, done away with, and everyone is now having to cope with the aftermath and with what they, essentially did, and or the story that they told. Meryl Streep's now part of the cast, which is it's fascinating. I mean, her, Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, Laura Dern, and Shailene Woodley.
Really good cast.
That is a powerhouse female cast.
Fantastic.
That is a really, really good cast.
Yeah, definitely. I might have to actually watch it myself. Well, I've been, for me, geeking out this week. I really had fun. I did my Legoland yesterday for 4th of July with my kid. I was there all day, all the way to the fireworks. And I stayed away from social media that day. So I'm getting home and I'm seeing all this craziness about airplanes. And then I saw craziness about Stranger Things. I was like, oh no, Stranger Things started. So I started about 3 episodes in right now. It's only 8 episodes though, huh? Dang.
Yeah.
Netflix messing with us, man.
Well, I mean, it's a good pace. It keeps you, engaged through the whole thing, and you can do the whole thing in a day.
Well, this is the make or break because this is season 3.
Yeah, this is one. Yeah, after 3 seasons, people will riot.
What's starting to annoy me is I'm seeing a trend with all these heavyweight shows. Instead of doing like what's normally a 10-show season, 10-episode season, and shorten it down to 8. I don't like that. Especially when it's a really good show, you always want more, and you don't want to be shortened on a great show.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's their way of trying to say, hey, we're going to try to make it 4 seasons with them because we're going to have 2 less, and we'll add to next year. Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, now after all this confusion, everything, we've got everything settled. Let's start the show off. I'm started off this week with a speed round. So we did this last cast. It's called Speed Round Cast, and what we're just going to do, speed round. All we're going to do is we got 3 things that we're going to throw up there, and so what happens here is we're going to show you pictures. We're going to talk about what's going on, and then the cast gets to give us a reply. 1-2 sentences at the most, and that's it. All right. So the first one we're going to be talking about is Henry Cavill. They ended up putting pictures out for his appearance on Witcher. Go ahead and speak.
Yeah, this is what he's going to look like. That is not just Superman; it's also Gerald or whatever the name is. I never.
Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah, that guy. But I mean, that looks pretty solid, right? Kind of looks like the pictures I've seen from the game.
I can tell you that it's definitely not CGI mustached.
And then whoever the female character is there, I don't know. And what looks like some sort of elf or goblin or something, I'm not sure. Like I said, I never actually played the Witcher games.
Oh, they're phenomenal. I gotta play them.
All right, sir. I see. What is your thoughts of it so far? Not knowing much about it.
People seem to love Witcher, so I'm probably I'll give it a chance just to see if I like it or not. I doubt I'm ever gonna pick up the games and play them unless I run out of, everything else to play. But I'll trust the nerd community and hope that it goes well.
Awesome, super. What are your thoughts of those pictures?
I kind of think it looks like Superman and Legolas had a baby.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, it looks really cool, and I'm excited for it.
Nice. Good. You know what? We don't need your camera to get that visual there. That is actually spot on. Yes.
Yeah.
Now it sounds like Raider, you are the expert of the Witcher series. What do you think? Just your initial reactions. 1-2 sentences, sir.
With that photo, it looks like he's doing Geralt of Rivia a lot of justice as far as they pick someone and with the hair and everything like that. He resembles them from the video game, so I'm pretty pleased with what I see. But then again, I mean, there's always something that can be done to mess it up. But hopefully, there's no CGI mustache going on.
That was CGI hair.
What?
I'm just messing with you.
It's
No,
like,
it wasn't. No. I was hoping to see IC start spitting out his beverage. All right.
Stuff's
Next
expensive,
thing.
man. I'm not spitting that out.
Next thing we've got is Cyberpunk. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Cyberpunk coming out. This is the cover art image.
I really like the stylized versions here. Like it looks very comic book art like. There's multiple different pictures here. I'm loving it. That's going to be a fun game.
Just FYI, we're getting an earthquake right now.
Oh, fun.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
So if you hear scuttling, that would be me ducking and covering under my desk.
No, I'm just seeing my ties
How far
right
away are
now
y'all
and-
from each other?
Oh no,
Sarah,
I'm
where
not
are you
kidding.
in
This is a big earthquake over in Moreno Valley.
Moreno Valley.
I'm
And
in
where are you,
northern.
Ken?
I'm in northern San Diego.
Yeah,
I'm seeing my lamp dance right now,
yeah.
and that's
so
a lamp.
it's-
That's a lamp dance. All right.
It's still going. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
San Andreas is going to finally let go, huh?
No, this is I actually, you know what? It's shaking pretty good here.
Yeah,
Hold on a sec.
I would
Here,
show y'all.
starting to get
but
it here too.
We are live right now during an earthquake.
Oh shit! Yeah, ground's moving.
Yeah, it's.
I
it's
think
got
it
a good
stopped.
shake to it.
Well, you're not getting it, are you, Sir Raider?
Oh no,
I'm
yeah.
I'm a good two
No,
and a half
no.
hours north of LA, and I can feel it here. My blinds are swaying.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
it's done.
Raider doesn't get any of that.
No, Raiders thinking
We don't
about
get
starting to
earthquakes in
buy.
Texas.
I think he's starting to think about starting to buy land in Vegas so he could have coastal property soon. No, it's actually. I think
Yeah.
it's still.
Okay. Whew.
All right, I think it's done now. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, what we got to worry about in Texas is tornadoes.
Yeah, you guys have tornadoes and
I would
occasional bad.
deal with an earthquake over a tornado.
Still going pretty good here.
Are you still going?
Yep.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no,
I would do
no.
it. I would do an earthquake over a tornado as well.
Yeah, we're done here. San Diego's done shaking for a hot minute.
Yep, we're done here, so hopefully no more going forward.
IC's got his headsets off, looking around like he's about to run out the door. Hey, I told you guys this was going to be an exciting show. It took a couple minutes to get going, but man, look at this. We got Mother Nature stepping in. That's our special guest for this week, Mother Nature.
Yeah. So we started off with technical glitches, and now we have geography glitches.
Yeah, we got something going for everybody.
That's San Andreas' fault.
Gotta love it. Yeah. So, what were your? We heard Ian's thoughts on the Cyberpunk covers. Nick, what'd you think about them?
I like the imagery of it.
Yeah.
It looks very intriguing.
Yeah, and Super. What do you think?
My first thought was it looked classic. It gave me a very classic, old school vibe. It made me kind of want to just, pick it up and dive into the world a little bit.
Yeah, for me, it looks a lot like mid to late '90s comics. It
Yeah.
looks like when I was reading through old Deadpool stuff, it looks very similar to that kind of style.
It's got that. Wow, you got a nice dog hanging out behind you there.
Yep.
It's
Dog
got
and cat
that.
meowing.
It's got that kind of like heavy metal cartoons, kind of like late 80s, 90s, early 90s kind of stuff. I'm digging it so far. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing that game. Guess Fallout 76 is going to be holding me out till then. All right, and this last one.
So Bill and Ted film season 3 has started movie 3 has started filming. Bill and Ted Face the Music, and here are the titular characters, in their mid to late 40s. Ted kind of looks like somebody's lesbian aunt, in my opinion. It's just Keanu Reeves with a clean-shaved face again now.
All right, let's start off with Raider. Raider, what do you think? What are your thoughts so far?
Is that an actual steal from the movie?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Well,
so it
it's a
sounds like
picture
if they're
from
going.
set. So,
Okay, picture from the set, so
they're-
we don't know if it's a still from the movie.
Right. But we've also got
Gotcha,
pictures
so-
from set of them hanging out in the classic phone booth.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I really can't formulate an opinion at this time because I don't know if that's a still image from the movie or if that was just them messing around. I don't know if they were just walking around set, if that was their.
Well,
what
it's a
they're actually
picture from
dressed in.
set, and it looks like those are their costumes. Later, Bill has his, flannel shirt tied around his waist, just like always. So those are their costumes.
Okay. I mean, I'm excited to watch it. I mean, there's nothing that can be done really at this point that's going to prevent me from watching Bill and Ted.
I see. What do you think, sir?
I absolutely. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't update the phone booth. I really would have liked if they had like a cell phone type device that was their time machine this time. But I like if you look a little bit closer, you can see that Bill is wearing a shirt that has his t-shirt has two horses on it. So I wonder if that's the Wild Stallions merch.
Yes. $5 on Amazon. No, I'm just kidding.
Now we got a merch table in the back. Our princess wives are back there selling stuff.
Super. What are your thoughts?
It brought nostalgia out. It did. I think it looks cool, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and when I look at it, I look at two things. Bill has not aged; he still looks the same. I mean, just maybe a couple pounds heavier.
Yeah, Alex Winter came through all right.
Yeah, and then when I look at Ted, it's like I see Ted, but then I'm thinking that he's going to break out a gun and just start taking out people.
Well, that's why I'm assuming that's why they have him clean shaved, so we don't just have John Wick murdering people.
Neo, John Wick, Constantine.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, yeah.
He needs to have the shaved head and a beard and a trench coat to be all three of those.
Oh man! All right, so that was our extended round of speed. That was extended speed round. That wasn't much of speed. It was almost like driving Miss Daisy round.
It was earth shaking. We'll put it that way.
Yes, it was. Thank you. All right, now we're going to get on to the main part of our cast, the news. All right, so we've got a couple trailers we're going to get some reactions from. The first one is for Jumanji. Now, it's with me, I just call it Jumanji, like whatever it is, but they're labeling it as Jumanji 3. So they are making this kind of like a series. So we do have Jumanji 3 that just dropped the trailer this week. Please tell me everyone has seen the trailer.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear Super describe it.
Yes.
You can't
So
see
yeah.
me,
So
but I'm nodding.
Okay, so with that being said, since Super has nodded, we always like to hear her reactions from these trailers. So you get to go first, Super. What was your reaction to Jumanji?
Oh my god. You took all of my favorite things from the first thing and you added Hugh Jackman. You did something right in a sequel. You made it
Hugh
better.
Jackman? Hugh Jackman's
Wait, where was Hugh Jackman?
Wasn't it Hugh Jackman that was in the plane?
that was Reese Darby.
Was it Restart? I thought that was Hugh Jackman. I was watching at my phone at work. I'm sorry. I was so excited. I love Reese Darby though too. So that's still fine by me. But yeah, I watched at my phone at work. So, I was like, as I'm walking around the showroom, I'm watching on my phone and I have my little headset in. So yeah, totally on my phone. It totally thought it was Hugh Jackman in a hat and the boys.
Giant, gorgeous Australian guy.
Yeah.
Small, funny New Zealand guy.
Yep.
Well,
It
kind of
was
like
the
in the
voice.
same area.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the same area, kind of the same accent, and when you're on a little tiny ass screen, it looked like it. Well, that's disappointing, but I still like Reese Darby, so it's going to be good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. I see. What are your thoughts so far?
Okay, so I'm a little confused as to where the other two characters went because the people that got swapped into those bodies for the game in the previous movie, only two of them are in bodies and they're in different bodies than they were before. Because now there's Danny DeVito and Oh, what's his
Glover.
name? Murtaugh.
Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover. I was going for Murtaugh.
Murtaugh.
But it's what? It's Danny DeVito is in The Rock's body, and Murtaugh is in Kevin Hart's body. That is gonna be hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart has the line. Did I get put into the body of a small, muscular Boy Scout?
Raider, what did you think about it?
I saw the trailer, but I have to confess something. I never saw the second Jumanji.
All right.
I
Just,
didn't.
Just
It was surprisingly worth it.
Just mute.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I never saw the second one because I judged a book by its cover and it didn't look very good to me, and I never watched it.
It's
Okay.
worth a watch.
So here's the thing: when you're done binging Stranger Things, because that does take precedent, you do need to watch Jumanji. And I'm going to tell you this: my father loved the original Jumanji. In fact, I think he loved
As do I.
Yeah, I think he loved everything Robin Williams did, pretty much. But
Yeah.
he loved Jumanji, and I thought the same kind of thing at first when it came out. But then I was like, wait a sec, what am I thinking? The Rock's in it. The Rock, pretty much in any movie, is about, I want to say 90% solid. There's been a couple movies that was kind of like, but for the most part,
Skyscraper doesn't look that good. Rampage.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Rampage was fun. Jumanji is a definite watch. You need to watch it. Him and Kevin Hart alone make that movie, and Jack Black.
Karen Gillan is wonderful.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Jack Black has a great, it's surprising how his role actually fits in quite well with it.
It really does. It works great.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Maybe Kevin Hart can break the curse of pretty much every movie I've seen with Kevin Hart hasn't been that good to me.
As long as
it's
he's
funny.
not the star, he's okay.
He's
Right.
not the star. I actually really like that movie that he did with Bryan Cranston. So if you want to see a movie that breaks the mold of Kevin Hart, watch the movie he does with Bryan Cranston.
Is that one good? Because I was.
It was pretty good.
I like Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. But he played. I thought that him and Jack Black would clash too much because they're both comedians, but they're both very different types of comedians. But they actually played off each other pretty well, and I liked it.
Yeah, now with me, I'm excited for the movie. And I saw that trailer, and I was kind of like on Sarah's page until she said Hugh Jackman.
Dude, I'm telling you, watch it on your phone. You're going to think it's Hugh Jackman. And I didn't get a chance to watch it again before cast. So if I had watched it on my computer, I probably would have realized it. But on my phone at work and
I see what she's saying. When he first pulled up, it took me a second to remember that was Rhys Darby, because at first I was like, "Is that Hugh Jackman?" No, that's Rhys Darby. Okay.
Yeah.
No, so anyways, I was excited because not only were they bringing everybody back, because it looks like they did bring every character back, but then they added two of my favorite actors through the 80s and 90s, and Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, we haven't seen Danny Glover for a while.
That's because he's getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, he's getting too old.
We see Danny DeVito because he's been on the Philadelphia show. It's just it was awesome to see that. Now I am curious too, because like you said, all the characters are originally in it, but then it seems like the only ones that are the players right now are the two, The Rock and what's her name again? I'm sorry,
Karen Gillan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan, and then it's Danny DeVito and Danny Glover.
Jack Black is the big black football playing dude, and then I couldn't tell who was in Karen Gillan's body, but Danny DeVito's in The Rock's body, and Danny Glover is in Kevin Hart's.
I think Karen Gillan is the only one that stayed in the original body. At least that's what it seemed like.
The nerd girl.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's the only one that see, and then everyone else has got mixed up, and then we don't know where the one guy is.
Yeah, there's two other guys missing, and I don't know what happened.
So it'll be interesting to see how they plug them in. Maybe they use them as NPCs and stuff.
Maybe.
So yeah. So yeah, that was a great video, and I can't wait to see it. The preview was awesome. So it was I'm looking forward to that one coming out in movie theaters. I'm actually going to be smart this time. I'm going to go watch in the movie theater because unfortunately I didn't watch the last Jumanji in the movie theater. I waited till it came out. So The next trailer we have coming up is Knives Out. Now, I didn't know much about this beforehand. I knew that it was the project that Rian Johnson had switched to after he did the last Star Wars movie. This is directed by Rian Johnson, and oh my God, it's got a litany of stars in there. You've got
Yeah, it does.
Daniel Craig.
I'm
Yeah, go
pulling it up
for it.
right
Go for it.
Yeah, the cast in this thing is insane. Ana de Armas, I don't know who that is. Chris Evans, Daniel Craig, Michael Shannon, Jamie Lee Curtis, Toni Collette, Lakeith Stanfield. You probably know him from Get Out. He was the guy at the barbecue. Ricky Lindholm is finally playing with the big boys. That's awesome.
Yes.
Plumber, Don Johnson, Frank Oz. Like, good Lord, what is Frank Oz doing in there?
He's in.
Because everyone else is.
He's going to be voicing puppets somewhere.
But
He's going to be Yoda. Yoda. No, that trailer looked amazing. I love whodunit thrillers. I love, it looks kind of Clue-esque, but maybe not, maybe a little more serious, not so just off the cuff. Chris Evans' character looks freaking hilarious. That is such an amazing cast that it's going to have to be a fantastic movie.
I'm gonna have to agree that I saw the preview of that. Like, I didn't even have to go to like YouTube or anything to watch it. I just saw it when I was watching something else. I rewound it and watched it again. It looks like it's going to be very intriguing. I cannot wait for that movie to come out.
Yeah, I liked it because to me it gave it a feel, and I bet you Super might agree with me on this because we talked about this a while back. It gave me a feel of an up-to-date Clue.
An up-to-date Clue, number one.
Uh-huh.
The second thing it felt to me like a blend of Clue, Murder on the Orient Express, with that episode of Doctor Who that was thrown in where it was him and Donna and Agatha Christie. So talk about Murder on the Orient Express, but that episode where he's interviewing them, trying to figure out about who's killing people on the grounds. It felt like a blend of all three, and I think it looks really, really good.
And hopefully it's much better than Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I mean, story, but it could have been done better.
It was a great story, but I didn't like the movie.
What was that, Super?
I didn't mind the remake so much. I really enjoyed the cast and the way they played off each other. It wasn't as good as the original.
So I need to watch this trailer again, but I kind of got the feeling that Daniel Craig was investigating Christopher.
Yeah, Daniel Craig's the investigator.
He was definitely going for like if Hercule Poirot had been from the Deep South.
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what accent he was doing. Like, I rewound it again just for that.
Yeah, it's basically the same accent that he had in what was that race car driver heist movie? That was another great one. But he had it was like Alabama South.
It was a southern, because remember they were at the joke at the end was like CSI, KFC,
Kentucky Fried Chicken,
Kentucky Fried Chicken, yeah. So, you know what was awesome is seeing Chris Evans' little role there. I like the fact that he's gone back to that smart ass comedian like he was in The Losers. Have you guys seen The Losers yet?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was like that smart ass comedian in there. Up your ass, definitely up your ass.
Hey,
Logan,
I was introduced to Chris Evans. Not another teen movie.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the cast is crazy, man. It's amazing how many big names they have in it. I have a lot of high hopes on it because normally, in the types of, like, you're right, the Murder on the Orient Express was good. I thought the original was still better. Usually when you see these types of movies that you have a bunch of big names and it almost seems like they're under the radar, like they made it big in Sundance or something. It only attracts a certain clientele, a certain type of a person that wants to go see it. But this one seems like it breaks that barrier, and I think it does it quite well to where I'm interested in seeing it now.
Yeah, I really like seeing Michael Shannon in it.
Michael Shannon is so creepy in everything he does. But
he's so good.
It's like he doesn't even have to act. He just has to stand there being creepy.
Yeah, it's crazy seeing him do that and then do General Zod and then be the guy in Pearl Harbor. He was the guy. I can't think of his name, but he was the kind of like the slow guy. I don't want to call him slow, but he was.
I think the last time I saw Pearl Harbor is when it came out in like 2003.
Yeah,
I think I
it's been
saw
a
it
while.
in 2005.
Oh God, there was another trailer that came out, but we'll talk about it next time. I guess Midway. That was a good
Yeah.
one. All right, yeah. So that seems like everyone's on that as well. So all right, cool. The next thing I want to talk about, next piece of nerd news, is the Flash movie from DC. When we thought all things were going to go the schnapps, and that we're going to get Wonder Woman 84, and then that was going to be and the Joker, and then that was going to be it. We got some news this week that the Flash is not dead. That Ezra Miller is still slated to be the Flash, even though, like, if you read through this article that I was checking out, apparently in the process of them trying to get this movie, he actually wrote a script himself for the movie that got shot down.
I saw that. I was impressed by that. But what really shocked me there was John Francis Daly was involved. And not only was John Francis Daly involved with writing the script that did get shot down as well, but like they talked about some of the other scripts that he sold. I don't know if you've seen the movie Waiting. He's the new guy that barely ever gets to talk. He was on Bones for a long time.
Yeah.
That guy.
Originally from Freaks and Geeks when he was a little kid. He apparently has written a ton of really good scripts. Let's see if I can find him here.
So as he's looking it up really quick, so I wanted to throw it out here. The directors of this are going to be Andy and Barbara Mouchiette, who are the directors for the It movies, and which I haven't seen. I haven't seen the It movies, but from everyone who's seen the It movie and everything, phenomenal movie. So I'm going to take that as a bonus there. Now, as an added. They just added on Christina Hodson. Now, she has helped write movies for the upcoming DC movie Birds of Prey, which we keep forgetting about, which is going to be the all-villains female cast with Harley Quinn and whatnot. And she helped write Bumblebee, which I actually thought was a really good one. I think probably the best Transformers movie since the one back in 1985. So
that is a bold claim, sir. That is a bold claim.
Yeah. Well, come on. The first so many movies were not even Transformers. There were trucks that, they transform, but they didn't look like anything that I remember. But that's a solid start to kind of get things moving in the right direction after they booted off their original directors. They've got a brother and sister team, and then adding on Christina Hodson, who has a good background behind him. And once again, even though Ezra Miller's thing was shot down, he's still slated to be the Flash. So it seems like they've got 3/5 of the components. I see you got the info.
I got it. Yeah. I was very surprised to learn that John Francis Daly wrote the story and the screenplay for Spider-Man for Spider-Man Homecoming, not Into the Spider-Verse, but the movie that we all loved that introduced Tom Holland. Well, that Tom Holland got to star as Spider-Man. That was written by John Francis Daly. I'm shocked by that. He also wrote Vacation.
He doesn't seem like he could do that. Like when you look
at him,
he's like, I might
actor.
Write this script, but I think I'm just gonna do something else. Like he doesn't seem like he has like that creativity.
Right. He also
Super. You were gonna say something?
He also wrote Horrible
Go ahead.
Bosses.
I'm listening.
Okay.
He also wrote Horrible Bosses and Horrible Bosses 2, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeting You, The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, the Vacation movie from 2015. He's done a lot of the dude. He's got $1 billion.
That's some really good stuff
under his belt for box office.
Yeah.
So
solid resume.
Yeah, absolutely, Super. Yeah, this is hope for DC fans. Like, I'm excited about this because, Aquaman did much better than people anticipated. It was a good movie. Wonder Woman obviously coming around the corner. Everyone's looking forward to it. And then Joker is going to be it seems like it's going to be a surprise. Yeah, like it's going to turn some heads. After that, though, if you're a fan of DC, you don't have much to kind of lean on right now. So to see that the Flash movie's not dead, and I think some of the theories that we've talked about on prior shows to where they might use Flash to rewrite and kind of like somehow maybe, I know they're talking about not fixing the
Yeah, he could flashpoint around and fix things with his time-changing abilities.
I have a little bit more hope for DC after watching Aquaman.
I
didn't think
have hope with the fact that they're sticking with Ezra Miller. I think that's a good move.
because the DC had, struck out so many times with some of these previous movies, and then they came in big with Wonder Woman, and I think they came in big with Aquaman. Like a lot of people didn't really have high expectations for it, but I thought it was really well done. I enjoyed it, and I think that hopefully this carries over to the new Flash film.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like I said, I have high hopes for it because I really do want to see them fix it because I think that DC, in fact, some of the articles I've been seeing lately and stuff, DC is more popular in comic than Marvel's. That's what people have been. I've been seeing some recent articles. I mean, obviously, if you've had a head start, as DC has in everything, they started the comic books. They really got the movies going back in the late 70s with Superman, and then eventually in the 80s with Batman. They've had a head start in everything. DC can make things work if they just take their time and put the product out as a long haul. That's what they've been doing with Marvel. I mean, 23 movies for Phase 3 in 10 years. They thought long term, and it's all the success. They just need to keep working with what success they've had now, which is Aquaman and Wonder Woman, and then hopefully, these next two as well. Yeah. Any other thoughts about that, Christina Hodson? Have you seen some of the work she's done? I mean, what do you think that's a good pickup for this DC movie?
It's not going to hurt it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Can't do any worse, I guess, huh?
Exactly.
Hey, Pete, by the way, welcome to the chat. Pete's in the chat room. Nice to see him.
Petiopolis.
Yes. He likes to give us grief over there on the old Malice Smack Talk when we're showing up there from time to time, Thanks for joining in, buddy. So we've got one more thing of news really come up. A little interesting science kind of news. Apparently, down in Australia, they found a new type of insect that's called a bee fly. Okay. Now, kind of that gives your science nerd to it, but then they decide to step it up one more. And the actual name or nickname for this bee fly is going to be the Night King.
Well, it's not even the nickname. It's the official scientific name. Yeah, it's
awesome.
Scientific name, the Night King from Game of Thrones.
Right.
So cool.
They didn't have a great picture of it, but they kind of showed the head a little bit and showed you that it's got essentially a little crown of spiky stuff sticking out of its head. And the article also tells about how it lays its eggs in other insects, and those eggs then hatch and eat the other insects from the inside out, essentially turning them into zombies. Like, yeah, good move, guys.
Yeah. So it made me think.
So cool.
You got the Night King, Night King bee fly. What other kind of cool nerdy insects can we come up with? Can we come up with any nerdy insects?
Nerdy insect. My sister could. She's an entomologist. Oh, you know what? Here, I don't know if this is technically nerdy insects, but I have a gentleman that I play World of Warcraft with who IC has met as well. And I don't know if he picked this up when we were playing, but he names all of his characters with the Latin names of insects because he too is an entomologist.
I did not notice that. That's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then every time he signs on with someone, he will tell you exactly what that insect is and why he picked it.
We need him on the cast one of these times.
Yes, we do.
There you go. Get your sister on. We can have an all nerd science insect cast.
Oh,
there
they
you
would
go.
jump at the chance. He actually worked on remember the episode of The Big Bang Theory where Lewis Black starred and they were having the competition for the cricket? Do you remember that episode?
I do. Yes,
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, he was the guest scientist on that show to do all the
consultant.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he got to see the tape. It was pretty cool.
Nice. Okay. So I know because I threw that at you guys. I don't know if you have any Have you gotten any ideas yet on
I'm
nerdy
trying
insects?
maybe a small yellow beetle that is called the bumblebee beetle. I can't
There
really-
probably is one out there.
I'm trying to think of something clever to go with mosquitoes, and I got nothing.
What? Isn't there the Bazinga bug or the Bazinga bee that they named after Sheldon's catchphrase?
That would not surprise me.
Oh my gosh. You know what's going to happen, man? In about 120 years, people are going to sit there and go, what the hell were they? What? Night King? Bazinga bug? What were these people thinking?
Yeah.
So
So I'm thinking
full-
this evolved from something else.
the full Latin. Well, okay. So according to the article, there are roughly 2,800 species of bee flies like this. But this is a new one that they found. They named it after that specifically because of the spiky things around the head. But the full Latin name of it is Paramanovius night king. So yeah, 150 years from now, they're going to be like, Night King? That doesn't even sound Latin. What the hell?
Yeah, and then it does make sense. So if you think about it, if it does make the insects zombies eventually, well, turn them into zombies, ice zombies.
I mean, isn't that how The Last of Us got started? Fungal spores turn people into zombies. Yeah.
Foreshadowing, huh? Is that what you're saying, sir? Foreshadowing?
Absolutely. Yes, we are all going to be killed by Nolan North or Troy Baker soon.
Well, okay. So I guess what we'll do is we'll turn this into hashtag. So hashtag nerd insects. Okay. And then also put Malice Corp on there for us so we can follow along and then we can kind of repost these. And if we come with some good ones, I'm sure we can talk in the regular hosts and throwing out some next month or next week. Excuse me. So hashtag nerd insects, put Malice Corp on there, please send those out and we'll see what we go from there. So
the Latin name for mosquitoes is Culicidae. So I want to name a subspecies Culicidae circe. Basically a blood-sucking fish.
And we're moving on. All right, cool. All right. So the last thing we got to talk about tonight is it's pretty tragic, especially in the nerd world. It's our "You Got to Talk About It" segment. There goes all the stuff that he does.
Somebody's got to talk about it.
There you go. Somebody's got to talk. That's the reason why I don't host all the time. Somebody's got to talk about it.
I'm going to make you a laminated list of the things that you have to say every time and put it next to your monitor.
Well, that would cover up my monitor because I'm on a stupid laptop right now still. So I'll put it right above it. So here's the thing. So this week, Taco Bell. Hold on, guys, now, because I've got a bunch of nerds on here and they're gamers and there's that late night cravings. You guys might be in trouble because apparently Taco Bell right now is going through a tortilla shortage.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
That is the cardinal sin for Taco Bell. You cannot run out of tortillas. What the hell?
You have to have tortillas.
That is crazy.
You have to have cheese.
What's next? They're going to not be out of fire sauce?
Well, they might run out of the mystery meat. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not hamburger. We don't know what it is.
It's only 70% real meat.
When I was a small child, my stepfather convinced me that there was a certain percentage of worms that was allowed in fast food hamburger. So I'm still pretty sure that's the case at Taco Bell.
Wow. Well, that just means extra protein, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I'm down.
So that scares me though, because man, if I'm playing a game and I'm rocking and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be up for a while tonight. Let me go make a run to Taco Bell, which I haven't done this in about 20 years, but still, I know some of you guys still do it.
I haven't given my plunger a workout in a while.
Maybe you know what? Maybe it's because they're short because since they're opening up that Taco Bell hotel, maybe they're using some of them as blankets or sheets or something.
I don't understand a shortage because I don't know what it's like in California with Taco Bells, but over here at Taco Bell, if you go to a Taco Bell, you never have to wait in line. There's like literally nobody in front of you every time.
Well, that's because it's gross.
Oh no! Watch your mouth.
I like Taco
Mankind's
Bell.
greatest
Like
inventions.
nobody goes there. Like it's not like Whataburger here or Chick-fil-A to where when you pull up, you have to wait in line behind 5 cars.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, Taco Bells are pretty popular out here. I don't know.
Chick-fil-A here has the double lane for the drive-through, and it's always
Yeah, they have them here too. Yeah,
14 cars in each lane, and Taco
Yeah,
Bell
it's
one or two.
packed.
I'm convinced they put crack in that chicken.
Yeah.
So I think the difference is this. When you're in Texas, okay, because I've been through there and stuff, Taco Bell is not the or not the option, because you do have a lot of good Tex-Mex out there.
You do.
Okay.
That's true.
And not only that, though, I think it just comes to it where people in Texas, I'm not saying drive-thrus aren't good out there, but I've always noticed that people in Texas like to go to places, sit down and eat and have their food kind of thing, right?
Because it's too damn hot to be outside.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and mosquitoes are big as buzzards out there.
In Houston.
So now in California, I think the reason why Taco Bell is so popular is because it's your alternative quick Mexican food. Like, because we got a crud of Mexican food out here.
Yeah.
We do. We have Filibertos, Arabertos, any Bertos.
Anything ending in Bertos is worth
it. But then sometimes you don't want to wait because like how you're saying the drive-through line there. Anytime you go to a Bertos after 8 p.m., you're expecting 6 or 7 people out there because that's their alcohol-soaking food. That's what it is.
I'm surprised cops just don't post up outside Mexican food places in San Diego.
And none of those places are actually Mexican food places, because it's all like has an American twist to it. Because actual Mexican food, my wife being Mexican, all that food that's served there, people in Mexico actually don't even eat.
That is not even a little bit true. Nobody in Mexico eats Tex-Mex, though. Tex-Mex is garbage.
Yeah, nobody in Mexico eats Tex-Mex either. But Taco Bell is no Mexican food whatsoever.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about Taco Bell. Yeah,
you're talking about the Mexican food restaurants around here.
I was about to punch
I'm talking about like Taco Bell and all those
Del
places.
Taco,
those are like
yeah.
Not even close to Mexican.
No, those are
like
not
so far out there.
I mean, Mexican food is actually like fresh, and it's very, very good.
Yeah,
and if there's above a C health rating on the Mexican food place, I don't want it. I want running around in the back.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Proper Mexican food should be down and dirty.
The less English they speak, the better.
Now, I have to disagree on one thing. The place I get a lot of my Mexican food is right down the street. It's a Thunder Market, not a hashtag, or not a sponsor hashtag. It's a market, but they also serve the stuff in the back. And let me tell you, man, nothing better than going there and asking for a pound of carne asada cooked for you for $7, feed you for 3 days. Phenomenal. Their guacamole. Oh, yes. I had a big dinner, so I'm not hungry.
That's my suggestion for Taco Bells that are in the southern, near the southern border. Just have local people make actual real tortillas for you. You're going to have tortillas to make your food with, and your prices should go up and your sales will go up because those tortillas will be so much better than a flour wrap.
Pete in the chat room says if they run out of cinnamon crisps, we're rioting.
Yeah.
Hey, now here's a little twist on that. When those first got introduced, right?
Do what?
Cinnamon twists. You know when they first got introduced?
1940s.
Wasn't it like the early 90s or late 80s?
It was late 80s. It was 1989 because they used it as part of a promo for guess what movie that came out in 89?
Bill and Ted?
No, Batman.
Oh.
That was part of their promo. They busted out a cinnamon twist at that time as well.
I'm struggling with the connection between cinnamon twists and Batman.
Because they used it. Taco Bell was a major sponsor. In fact, I have all the plastic cups from Taco Bell for the Batman movie, the Michael Keaton one.
Of course you did.
It's in there with my McDonald's Dream Team cups. I have the entire set of that too.
No, I can't remember for the second Batman with Penguin and Catwoman. I forget what was like the major sponsor of that. Like I can remember the commercials.
It was probably Taco Bell again. I don't know, but I know Taco Bell was the main sponsor for the first one.
Or it could have been Coca-Cola. I don't remember.
Yeah, Taco Bell was the main sponsor for the first. Was one of the main sponsors for the first Batman movie, and they introduced the cinnamon twist with their Batman cups, their Batmeal or something like that. Oh, are you checking me out on that one?
Oh no, I'm
Fact
looking
check.
at what the major sponsor for Batman 2 was.
Was
Oh,
it
he's going to his-
Pepsi, Coca-Cola, or
It
Taco Bell?
looks like it was McDonald's
Oh,
It was McDonald's.
really?
for Batman 2, yeah. Or no,
Interesting.
Forever.
Because I remember
Batman
the commercials,
Forever?
but I can't
Oh,
remember.
that's
Yeah.
not Batman 2. That's
No,
Batman
yeah, no,
Forever.
that's 3, 4. I don't remember.
I think that one's
Yeah,
3.
it would
because
need to
Batman
be-
and Robin is 4.
It would need to be the second Batman with Penguin and Catwoman.
Yeah, I
Batman
can't find-
Returns.
Yeah, Batman
Batman.
Returns.
Oh, yeah, good call. Which, I mean, so having gotten up through season 4 of Gotham, they had a part where Selena Kyle's mom came back, and for a split second, I thought it was Michelle Pfeiffer, and I was like, good casting. But it was not Michelle Pfeiffer.
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
That would have been really cool.
Nope, Batman Returns was McDonald's as well.
Oh, McDonald's.
Interesting.
They got them all, but they did not get the first one unless they co-did it with Taco Bell. And I don't think they're owned by McDonald's. Owned by Enterprise.
I don't think so. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
Taco Bell
definitely different.
because Taco Bell uses Pepsi products and
Yeah, Taco Bell and Pizza Hut are like together. I
All right,
think.
so
Yeah,
for
Taco
all
Bell
you,
and Pizza Hut. Yeah.
all you nerds, here's our PSA, our public service announcement. Taco Bell's running out. You go to the real stuff. All right,
Yes.
unless you're in the Midwest, and then you go to Taco John's.
a couple dollars more, but you can get actual quality guacamole in there. Oh, so worth it.
Yeah, red cactus salsa.
Or I mean,
that's
if
good
you
stuff.
just want to take a half step and you don't have any solid, authentic Mexican around you, at least go to Chipotle. It's not bad.
Chipotle is pretty damn good.
Yeah, if you can get by any of the internal problems you might come from, or are they over that now? They're over that now. They're
Yeah,
over
I'm
that?
pretty sure all that lettuce is gone. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know the San Diego Fair is having a problem with that this year.
Like the fairgrounds don't smell bad enough.
Oh man. Well, that's our Ranky cast tonight, huh? Hey guys, we made it through. We I don't know how we did
almost
it.
died. We literally
Yeah.
almost died.
Yeah, we almost died. That's how dedicated we are. There's an earthquake going, and we end up bringing live news to you guys versus.
There's an earthquake going, and not one of us even got up from their chair. That's
I know. I
was
thought
like,
about it
what
for
do you
a
think
hot
it
second.
was on the Richter
When
scale?
my computer desk looked like it was going to tip over, I was like, oh, maybe I should move, but you guys couldn't see it.
well,
And then it
if,
kind of stopped, and I was like, no, I'm good.
if Mason's feeling it in San Diego and I was feeling it up here in Santa Maria, I'm guessing it's probably along the same lines as the one a couple days ago. And
That's what it said, yeah.
around like a 6.6.
It said Ridgecrest, about 11 miles from Ridgecrest. So
I have the leg lamp on my desk over here or my dresser to the right. You can't see it. And I'm watching it, and because it's got the little tassels that hang down from it, and it was swaying like a hula girl, like those little hula girls on the desk.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was just watching it sway. I was like, wow.
I was watching I've got the hanging blinds, and I was watching them sway back and forth.
So I'm assuming a 6.6 isn't very intense because
It's-
nothing came off your wall.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm also guessing it was. How far away did you say it was? Super? Was it? It was out in Bakersfield.
it was by Ridgecrest, yeah. So near Bakersfield,
Yeah,
but 11
that's
miles.
a couple hours away.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but you know, you have
And
to
Mest in the
think that
chat room says it
houses-
was a 6.9.
Yeah, houses out here, they're built to roll and sway. I mean, that's not a knock against other countries. It's just one of the reasons it's so expensive to live out here in California is because the homes are built safer. And so a 6.9, if that had hit down in like, I don't know, Argentina or Chile, might have been a completely different story than a 6.9 hitting here.
Wow,
Yeah,
I didn't even know that their buildings are built to
Yeah.
sway and
Oh,
They're,
yeah.
they're all built on rollers out here.
Yeah,
interesting.
Little
And-
fun fact about California for
And
y'all.
buildings that weren't originally built that way are have to be retrofitted to
Mhm.
to be earthquake resistant. Anyway, I'm sorry, Masonic, please.
we're good.
Back to
You know
Stranger
what?
Things.
Couple extra minutes of earthquake talk. You know, it's all good. You know, shoot. Hey, so where can we follow you other than what's over my shoulder here? I see Zoro.
I am at Icy Zoro on Instagram, Twitter, and PlayStation Network.
Simple as that, sir. How about you, Raider? Where can they follow you?
Raiders0314 on Twitter and on PlayStation Network.
And don't get it wrong, people. He is not an actual Raiders fan, Oakland Raiders fan, at least.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
And Super, where can we follow you?
Follow me on Twitter at SuperHoovianNut, and then you can follow me on Instagram at SuperHoovianFreak. I've been a little absent this week from Twitter, but I will be back next week. Just took a little hiatus.
Yeah, and then of course you can follow me at Masonic Vader on Twitter, and Masonic Vader 71, excuse me, on PlayStation Network. And yeah, Malice Smack Talks, my other show. We've been taking a little bit of a hiatus. You go a year and a half straight. You got to take some time off, but we will be back next week to be talking about Extreme Rules, and that's where you can also follow us as well. So we thank you very much for showing up tonight to the Crazy Nerd podcast that we put on tonight. Next week, Mess, I'm sure we'll be back and save the day. But thank you so much for watching us tonight. We appreciate you. You guys stay nerdy. See you later.
Carry on.